Alright guys, so EarFun has decided to just vamp up their flagship earbuds, which were the Air Pro 4, and they've now released the Air Pro 4 Plus. Now these do come in at $99, although right now because they were just released, they're down to like $79, and there's a coupon, which I'll have all of this in the description, where you can pick them up for only $75. And they're labeling this as the world's first high-res dual driver adaptive hybrid active noise canceling earbuds with an innovative acoustic structure under $100. Like, that is a mouthful. But the dual driver setup they are using is a 10mm composite dynamic driver mixed with a balanced armature driver. They have also improved the acoustic structure inside of these, and they've developed their own balanced armature driver, and they're calling this Feather BA, or Feather Balanced Armature Driver. This is what they are also saying is the smallest balanced armature driver, so mixing this with the acoustic structure is supposed to give these a very open sound, which we'll talk about once we get to the sound itself. On top of also improving the sound quality on these, they have improved the noise canceling. And so the noise canceling now, instead of just doing a decent job of blocking out lower tones, now also blocks out a decent amount of higher tones. So people talking, car horns, a lot of the things that you obviously run into in a day-to-day life, these are doing a better job of blocking out than the regular Air Pro 4s. I am going to say that I do recommend downloading their app, not only because it keeps the earbuds updated, but this is also where you can switch it between the different noise canceling modes that they have. They have a wind reduction mode, they have an AI ear adaptive, and an AI environment adaptive, so it just kind of adjust based off the fit that you have and the environment that you're in. Or you can just go in and just manually do the slider to just block out as much as you want, or just kind of let in some of the noise a little bit more. Now the Air Pro 4 Plus also has some of the newer tech in it, like Bluetooth 6.0. It does support multi-point connection, but this pair actually supports multi-point with LDAC. You can have LDAC on multiple devices. This was not capable in the previous model. It also supports RCast, which I feel like is a huge plus because you could use this in a lot of public environments like concerts or conventions where PA systems are using this, and you can just have that sound pumped into your earbuds and not have to rely on the speakers that are at the venue. On top of that, it also supports LE audio, or low energy audio. It has aptX lossless playback. It supports Snapdragon sound if you do have a device that actually has this. And there's also a gaming mode, so if you do want to cut down lag, you would just switch it into this mode. And it has in-ear detection. So if you take the earbuds out, it'll just automatically pause, and it'll just go back to what you're playing once you put them back in. Now, if you are going to use these outdoors, it does come in with an IP55 rating. So on top of water protection, you are getting some slight dust protection as well. And the battery life on these is very impressive. On a single charge, the earbuds will get you about 12 hours of use, where with the charging case, you're going to get about 54 hours total. And the charging case is Qi wireless charging compatible, so you don't have to use the USB-C cable they've included to charge them. You can just drop them on any wireless charger that you want. Now, do keep in mind, if you are going to use LDAC or you are going to use noise canceling, it is going to affect the battery life quite a bit. But if you do happen to pick them up and they are dead, it does have a pretty impressive fast charging feature where a 10-minute charge will get you about 3 hours of use. And as far as I can remember, I think that's one of the best that I've seen when it comes to fast charging. And then if you are going to use these for taking phone calls, I feel like the mics are pretty good. It does a really good job of just kind of focusing in on your voice and blocking out a lot of your surroundings. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a quick test here. So here is a quick mic test outdoors using the EarFun Air Pro 4 Plus. It is a slightly windy day. I can definitely hear some traffic off to my right side, but this is just to give you an idea of what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. So now let's move over to the sound. Now with this acoustic structure that they've built mixed with the balanced armature driver that they've made specifically for these, you can tell a huge difference in the sound between these and the Air Pro 4s. The big thing here is the clarity and the space. Whatever they're doing with the acoustic structure, it does allow these to have a lot more room to breathe. And what that is also doing, though, is having the bass have a lot more space. So it doesn't feel as aggressive. It doesn't feel as upfront and in your face. So I am going to say though, if you are a bass head and you're just used to that aggressive low end that has like some vibration or some shake, I wouldn't say that this pair actually delivers on that part. And I think this is on purpose. I think they are going for a more detailed bass. It's a lot faster. It's just a lot more accurate. But I did find that I went into the EQ settings and just kind of manually adjusted these the way that I wanted to, which I'll show you my EQ settings here. And I found that this setting was perfect for me. It had the treble be pretty bright without being harsh. It had the bass give it a little bit more punch, but again, it's just fast no matter what setting that you actually put these in. And the mids are just slightly in front of everything else. No matter what genre I listened to, I never had any issue hearing male or female vocalists. Instruments had really nice presence to them, especially acoustic guitars. And from a sound standpoint, especially because of the space and the awareness of everything, this is probably EarFun's best sounding earbud yet. So to wrap this up, my overall opinion on these is EarFun, I feel like, just kind of went all in. They're giving you all of the features with all of the high-end Bluetooth codecs, impressive battery life, really good fast charging, improved noise canceling. I would say this is EarFun's best noise canceling earbud, but it's just still so far from Bose and Sony's. So just don't expect that type of noise canceling. But the sound quality on these, and in my opinion, that's the most important thing, that absolutely makes this pair a high recommendation, especially for the fact that you can get them for $75 right now. But even at the $100 retail price, EarFun put a lot of attention to detail in the sound on these. You can tell it's just so much different than their other products. And I can tell that EarFun's starting to kind of take steps in the more refined sound. They're not going for just that consumer grade, like in your face, overly bloated bass. And I'm kind of excited to see what they release next. But the EarFun Air Pro 4 Plus, in my opinion, is their best sounding earbud and comes in highly recommended. But guys, that wraps up my video on the EarFun Air Pro 4 Plus. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.